Yeah, a little bit. All right, so this song, Infinite Ocean, is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. I'm sure that's a coincidence.
Oh, snap.
And
Total coincidence.
Their site is Mothman and the Thunderbirds.bandcamp.com. When you have a band name like that, you don't have to add band or some other word at the end so that you can claim the subdomain. All right, so this song is 420. We'll kick it off. All right, we'll give you first
Not what
crack.
I expected.
No, me neither.
No, me neither.
It's hard to tell always over Zoom.
Yeah, for sure.
But it feels like the vocals are like way out front, and where it'd been kind of cooler to have it like have a little more of a vibe and have a little reverb and a little back a little bit with more everything else. But like,
yeah, I think that might be a Zoom thing. If I could flip right now and listen to it over the interface and tell you, but it does tend to amplify the vocal range.
Does it?
Frequencies. So yeah, you get a bit of that. I had the exact same thought.
That was my thought.
And we'll see. I'll scoot forward and listen to a little bit more. I think the opening low vocals felt a little like weak to me, and I was a little nervous. And when he kicked into his natural register, he's a good singer. Like he can.
Yeah,
he is a good singer
for sure.
He can clearly sing. I'd love him to have a third voice that's like like more intense.
One of my big pet peeves with anything, especially coming from like the industry side of things, is when everything is the same tone all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it's just a slight difference, what I would like, I think they're a pretty like. I mean, they sound like a pretty good band already.
This is a one-man project. I'll tell you that right now. Alex Parkinson, guitar, bass, vocals, vocoder, programming, mixing, mastering.
No, and I gotta say, this is probably one of the better one-man bands that we've had.
Yeah, for sure.
I would. The only advice, because I think this guy is obviously talented and is going to end up writing better music. The advice I give him from the industry standpoint is work on the branding, because I mean, to be quite honest, like if I just look judging a book by its cover, like I would think that this was like some like black metal type thing and probably not even bother listening to it. And like actually what he does is something that I would be more likely to check out, especially as he grows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I really like the beginning was like nice and heavy and just like it was a really cool riff. Like the tones were great. And then, like, kind of the singing came. The singing was unexpected. I was expecting something more yelly, like a little deeper.
It kind of reminds me of that. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a, kind of like a vibe of like a Type O Negative vibe to it. And
the music,
the music,
the music. I mean, especially like the more hardcore influence Type O Negative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's like something that like the branding, you can definitely be dark and stuff and still have something that doesn't look like, it's a black metal band.
Yeah, totally it does.
I almost wonder if what this is actually supposed to look like is like old American like folk drawings. and not. I mean, it evokes that. I know what you're talking about, but
like that's the scratchings.
Yeah, like I wonder if this is actually based on something more traditional or historical. I mean, he said it's a one-man project focused on conspiracy theories, cryptozoology, and folklore. So,
well, then that makes a little more sense if I read it. Yeah.
Let's scoot a little bit farther into the song and
hear more.
See where it goes. I'm about halfway through.
Let's do that.
All right.
Go back.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah.
We gotta hear that
we gotta see how
transition.
it got to that.
I asked for a third voice and he gave it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, buddy. Were you listening to me?
Yeah.
Are you a time traveler?
Creepy.
Shit. All right.
Okay, that was sick.
Yeah.
All right, he's taking big swings.
Dude.
All right. So I did some digging here. So
Okay.
one of the singers on this track is not him. So there's another voice in there somewhere. He's clearly a guitar player because there's not a guest guitar solo on this track. I would love to hear this re-recorded with real drums and a bass player who does more than play the root note of whatever the chord is in the progression.
You kind of read my mind there. Like,
yeah.
Like you could see like the I don't think like a bass player and like but like you know he's doing all this, like he's doing some like ridiculous riffing through there, like, and like where like a bass player would think would like actually having somebody that thinks like a bass player would actually enhance that.
Yeah, complement it and make it bigger.
But like the good lesson for any young bands is like it doesn't matter how low you're tuning. If you want to sound heavy, it's just like you're setting up the heavy part, and that part where he's just doing all the riffing and then go right into that sludgy heavy part. That part would sound heavy if it was in standard tuning or whatever tuning you're in, and like that was setting up heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is a really cool songwriting exercise for someone who's probably stuck, not able to play with a bunch of people. Yeah. And I mean, I'm curious to hear the rest of it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I would really love to hear this as a full band, experience.
That's.
Where are they from?
Philly, Philadelphia,
Philly.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I know
There's
we're not
plenty
supposed
of
to
awesome
nitpick
musicians
on
in Philly.
production because of the Zoom, but I would love to hear this as a full band with great production, because I think it would be fucking incredible.
Well, just for fun, after we're done here, I'll flip the audio interface and you can hear what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
And like I always say in the podcast, it will be the better version of the audio. It just won't be in stereo anymore.
Yeah.
But
so everybody listening, if you think it sounds good, but the production maybe doesn't sound great,
go to Bandcamp.
Go to Bandcamp and check them out, because you might be surprised.
And on that branding tip, like, I mean, I think it's interesting to develop a visual aesthetic that goes with the project or whatever, but I like the art to kind of, sometimes clashing is good, but this doesn't, to me, kind of reflect how dynamic that half of the song that we listen to is, how fucking how crazy it is.
Yeah,
I would
completely.
love the art to sort of, like, even if you took this exact piece of art and fucked with it a little bit, you could put people in the headspace of like, oh, I'm about to hear something really weird, not just something dark or creepy.
Branding doesn't